Brian was born on July 25th, 1972. He was a very small baby. He was a fun little child, laughed a lot, he played a lot. He was always excited about things.
The funny thing about Brian is we were so young to have a baby. We really didn't know what to do with this kid.
And I think he was about 5 years old when he wanted to play soccer. And he was really good at it, and Dad was his coach.
We really had a lot of fun together.
Brian and I had a lot of good times together, going on trips to Malta and going on trips to Acapulco. I can remember it was my 19th birthday, and we had a really good time.
Valentina was born on May the 26th, 1982, just before noon. She was a beautiful, beautiful baby, and we welcomed her with love and named her Valentina, after my dad. She always loved to dress up and always wear the finest of clothes, and she enjoyed shoes. I think she enjoyed shoes from day one. She had a knack for designs and putting clothes together, and I guess me being the mother that I was, also enjoyed watching her. She was my little girl and always will be.
Valentina, growing up, when she was a little girl, was actually she was quite good till about 10, and then you know, getting more into elementary school, she started to branch out, and you know, she had her wild times. It was quite interesting growing up with her.
When I moved in with Valentina, Jason, and Mila, two great kids growing up. The teenage years were a challenge, and I think there was a challenge for any parent with teenage girls.
I was always 2 steps ahead of her, so
yeah, well,
regardless.
You tried me.
I tried. I tried. I did my best.
Strong-willed, strong mind, still shows today. Grown up to be an excellent young lady.
She's a beautiful woman. She's developed into a beautiful woman.
Mm-hmm.
The first time I met Tina, she was what, 10 years old?
10.
Were you 10?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
And he was 20.
Yeah.
There wasn't too much in common
Not at
back then.
No, I thought you were both little pests, to tell you the truth.
And we were.
And I tried to avoid you as much as possible.
Right.
When we moved to North York, I started going to Blessed Trinity School, and I met Tina, and we became very good friends. We had a great time together all the time.
Valentina used to come over to our house, and she would sleep over.
If I knew that Val wasn't home, even if she hadn't told me where she had gone, we knew she was at Sandra's. We're quite fortunate that they had one another to grow up together.
Okay, I added Tina to Facebook.
Yes, 100%. Brian, let's just establish that. Brian took the
It
initiative.
came up on the side, it said,
and added to Facebook.
you may know this person. So I was like, hey, I do know this person.
Right. He was like, Valentina Zuppo. And I said, Brian Cuomo, I'm like an old man. What do you want with me? You know, sort of deal. And we were talking about partying and, you know, like different types of clubs in Toronto. And so we went out and we went to the docks and we hit it off. It was really weird. It was really weird because I was like Sandra's brother and I was like, what the hell am I doing? Like, this is weird, you know?
Valentina came home at the wee hours of the morning. And she says, "Oh, Mom, I was with him all night long. I had such a wonderful time, and he's just so special."
And then we started dating. Shortly after, we started dating. And then, you know, we just kind of knew. It was weird. It was really weird.
Brian and I, we had an apartment side by side with each other downtown. And I can remember one night hearing the hallway door opening and opening my door and looking out and seeing Tina, and her eyes just kind of bulged out of her head and she was kind of embarrassed to be there, and I just looked and I was like, oh my goodness, what are you doing here? And I kind of put two and two together and I figured out what was going on.
And it's all because of you. And it's all because of you. And it's all because of you. And it's all because I'll never get enough.
So I decided to buy Valentina a ring. I knew that she was the one.
Brian did the honorable thing and came over to ask for Valentina's hand in marriage.
As you know, Alan was sick at the time, and Jason and I were up at the apartment, and he rang downstairs.
I think he may have known already that I was gonna ask, because it was a pretty weird moment, but then I finally asked him. I was like, you know, I really want to marry your daughter, and you know, I bought her a ring, and you know, can I marry your daughter?
Alan said, "I'm going to tell you what father-in-law ended up telling me. You love my daughter, you respect my daughter, and I will respect you."
Now I had to decide where and how I was going to propose.
We were going to the Dominican to Michael's wedding.
We were just kind of looking at the landscape sort of deal, and you know, I went to go sit down, and before I went to go look at my chair to go sit down, he was already on his knees. I was kind of just like, you know, taken back, and I was like, "What are you doing?" And he basically said, "You know, Valentina, I love you, and I want to spend the rest of my life with you, and I know you're the one, and I'm so totally happy, and would you be my wife?" And I was just like in hysterics. I was like, "Give me the champagne," you know. I was like having a cigarette. I was like, I didn't know what to think. I was like, wow, it's my birthday. I'm here in Dominican for Steph and Mike's wedding, and you know, it was really, I didn't expect it at all, and it was just so shocking.
You said yes.
Oh, and I said yes.
Baby, you're all that I want. When you're lying here in my arms, I'm finding it hard to believe we're in heaven.
It was the best thing that has happened to Valentina, and really has changed my little girl into a beautiful woman.
Since he and Valentina have been together, Val has matured, turned into a fabulous young lady, calmed down, has a sense of direction, not only in her life, but in her family life. We together both are looking forward to some grandchildren because we want to make sure we can spoil them while we can.
And what I'm really most excited for is, you know, her being the mother of my children. I really, you know, that's what I'm really looking forward to more than anything.
I want grandchildren. God.
She's made my son very happy. And to me, that's all that is important, is to see my children happy. And Brian has a different glow to him lately. So I'm very happy for that.
I've seen Brian in a couple of relationships before, but I don't think I've ever seen him like this. He's just, the look in his eyes is something I've never seen with him with any other girls. So Tina, you're very special for Brian.
It's just great, Tina, to be your friend again and to have you in our lives and be a part of our family.
We recently bought a house and we've just moved in, and very quickly Tina has made it a home. And, you know, everything's set, and now we're just gonna fill it up with some babies.
Yeah, that's the plan.
That's the plan, you
That's
know.
the plan.
We definitely want to thank everybody for being here.
Absolutely.
It means a lot to us to have everybody here.
100%.
We're gonna tell you in person right now.
Yeah. Thank you. We love you.